This video is to help you during your inspection of an air conditioning unit. The first line that we come to is the location of the unit. Here you will put that it's at the left, front, right, or rear of the home. In this case it's at the right of the home. The next line is for manufacturer. In this case it is a York. Just simply type in the name brand of the unit here. The next line is for the approximate age. If the unit is labeled, always put the year built in this category. If it's not labeled, simply state that it's not labeled. The next line is for the type and capacity. Typically it's going to be a central AC unit. The newer units may be a heat pump. The capacity typically will say appears sufficient, unless the unit appears oversized or undersized for the home. The next line is for the limited access and view. Most of the time on the AC unit this will be NA. But if you do have any limitations, be sure to note them in this category. The next line is for the exterior unit in general. If there's any excessive rusting, or in this case vegetation issues around the unit, always put it here in this line. As you can see, we do have an issue with vegetation, but it's a minor issue, therefore we left it acceptable. The next line is for the refrigerant lines. In this case it's maintenance repair because we are missing insulation, and we're recommending installing insulation where we're missing for the proper function. So you can see where we've done maintenance repair and then improvement recommended and then noted the concern. The next line is for the electrical disconnect. In this case it's maintenance repair. We've recommended maintenance repair here and then noted what the issue was. In this case the disconnect was loose. If it's missing, if it's connected to the unit itself, any kind of concerns like that would go in this category. The next line is condensate removal. In this case it's NA because we noted this on the furnace itself and not at the AC unit. And same with the visible coil. We noted this on the furnace instead of the AC unit as well. But if you have a condensate removal that terminates at the foundation, this would be a great line for that. On the visible coil, if you have any damage to the exterior coils on the AC unit, this would be a good location for that as well. The heat pump operation. If the unit is a heat pump, be sure to test that and make sure that it's functional, and your findings would go on this line here. This unit is an central AC only and not a heat pump, therefore this heat pump operation is NA. Then the AC operation would go here, whether it's acceptable or if it has any issues. On this particular unit it was functional at the time of the inspection. The temp differential. In this case it was defective. We need a 15 to 22 degree difference, and this temp difference was much higher at 36, meaning the unit may short cycle. Anytime you do a temp difference, you need to take a picture of your thermometer to show the temp difference so the client can see that. We always try to put helpful links at the end of each category to help the client as well. After you have all this filled out, then it's time to put in the pictures. This is the general cover shot of the AC unit, which we'll put on the exterior unit, which also covers the trimming the vegetation. As you can see, the vegetation has grown up around the unit. Next up is the refrigerant lines. Simply click and drag your picture over. And this is missing insulation. You can always draw an arrow to show what you're talking about. Next up is electrical disconnect. You can see that it's hanging off the house and it's very loose. Once again, you can draw an arrow to show this. Here's for the AC operation. This picture simply shows that the fan is spinning and shows that we did test the unit. And then for the temp differential, we have a photo of the return and a photo of the vent. This shows the temperature at the return being 70 degrees and the temperature at the vent being 34 to show the excessive temperature difference. And then just for cover pictures, go ahead and snap a few more pictures if need be of the unit. This completes our inspection of the air conditioning unit. Now I'll take you through the PDF to show you what it looks like as a finished product. Here's the air conditioning unit finalized in PDF form. We have the title, air conditioning. Below that we have any disclaimers that you would like to put into your report. We have the location of the unit, the name brand, the age was not labeled, the type was a central AC unit that appears sufficient for the home, the exterior unit was acceptable, with the exception of trimming the vegetation around the unit, which was a minor concern. Then you can see your refrigerant lines with a nice picture to the side to show where it's missing insulation and where we recommended installing insulation where missing. Continuing to the second page, you'll see the electrical disconnect is in need of maintenance and repair because it's loose, and we recommend securing it for safety. Beyond that is the AC operation. It is acceptable, and we've noted that the inspections are visual only. The unit will only be activated briefly to ensure normal response only, and if they need a more exhaustive examination, further evaluation by a qualified professional is recommended. The temp differential was defective. It's recommended to have a 15 to 22 degree difference between the return and the supply, and this temperature showed a 36 degree difference. Further evaluation was recommended. Then the link that takes them back to a service and cleaning site. I hope this helps you in the inspection of an air conditioning unit.